What's up, family? Man, sit back, buckle up. We're going in today. We're going to go in today, and some of you can be triggered. It is what it is. You already know. I don't give a damn. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Man, we have to understand that people really don't do anything to make us mad. I said again, people don't do anything. They really don't. When you really sit back and think about it, people don't really do anything to make you mad. They do things that remind you that you're already mad. I'll say it again, and then we're going to dive deep. People don't really do anything to make you mad. They do things that remind you that you're already mad. Man, you guys already know my story. You know what I mean? Man, you know what I went through with my wife this year, man, and how that messed me up, how that just flipped my world upside down. You know what I mean? Just fucked me up. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere. It's going to be profound. And I thought I had dealt with it. I did. I dealt with it to the extent that I wasn't mad at her. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere. I dealt with it to the extent that I wasn't angry anymore and that I was able to move forward and try to remain positive or be positive in spite of my circumstances. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere. Months later, the guy that was my best friend betrayed me, and it pissed me the fuck off. It hurt. It stung. It was like a knife in my heart. And when I really thought about it, what God had to really show me was, Elijah, you're not really mad at him for hurting you. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere. You're mad already. Regardless of how much you smile, regardless of how much you talk about love and joy and peace and happiness, Elijah, you have undealt with issues. Stay with me. And what his actions did was remind you of something. His actions were a trigger. His actions set off a volcanic eruption of undealt with trauma. Elijah, the fact that he betrayed you, it hurt you, it stung you because it reminded you of what your wife did. It reminded you of the pain and just the frustration of being betrayed by your wife. What your wife did was remind you of the women in your past that have betrayed you. And so, although you love humanity, Elijah, although you're trying to help humanity, Elijah, you have undealt with trauma and pain that makes you believe subconsciously that people shouldn't be fucked with. And what I mean by that is that, man, I can't trust humanity. I can't trust people because people have people have a nature of getting close to you and betraying you. People have a knack of saying they love you. Man, I'll die for you and I'll ride with you. Man, you're my soulmate and da da da. And then going left when they don't get what they want. And then betraying you when they think they've taken all that you have to give and you have nothing left to give. So they move on to something they think the pasture is greener on the other side. They move on to something bigger and better. So they think. And so you've gotten hurt so many times, Elijah. You've been betrayed so many times, Elijah. And this year, man, was the icing on the cake for you. This year, you're going to deal with it. You just moved past it in the past. You just swept it up under the rug. You didn't really deal with the pain of the trauma of being betrayed, of being abandoned, of being rejected, of feeling unwanted. And so when your wife did what she did, it reminded you that you felt unwanted. It reminded you that you felt unloved. It reminded you that you were unworthy, that you felt unworthy. And then when your friend did what he did, it also was a reminder that, damn, what the fuck is wrong with me? That, man, I'll do anything and I'll ride and woo, and these motherfuckers out here, man, they some bullshit, you know what I mean? And what it reminded you was that, man, people don't really see you. People don't really value you. People don't really love you like they say they do. They don't cherish your relationship like they say they do. They don't cherish you and value you like you cherish and value them. Going back to this first statement, people don't really do anything to make you mad. They do things to remind you that you're already mad. People don't do anything, not to you, not really. No, they don't. I don't give a damn what you've gone through. I don't give a damn what you're going through. They don't do anything to make you feel insecure. The truth is, they're doing things that remind you subconsciously that you've always felt insecure. They do things to remind you subconsciously that you felt unwanted, you felt unloved, you felt abandoned, you felt rejected, you felt all these different emotions. See, when people cut you off and people do some slick shit, people do some grimy shit, it's not their actions that really bother you. Their actions is source, the universe's way of trying to remind you, hey, motherfucker, you got some undealt with shit going on. So I'm allow this motherfucker right here to do some slick, grimy shit right here. I'm allow this motherfucker right here to cut you off. I'm allow this motherfucker right here to say some shit, to look at you a certain way, to treat you a certain way, to remind you of the shit that you haven't dealt with yet. Why? Because life is about growing, and we grow by healing, by facing our shit. But we don't really want to face our shit. We want to drink, we want to smoke, we want to fuck, we want to listen to music, watch TV, be on our fucking phone, hanging out. We want to do everything but deal with our shit. And many of us in the spiritual world, man, we want to fuck with crystals, we want to fuck with tarot, we want to fuck with oracle cards, charms, pins, every fucking thing else other than deal with our shit. Oh, we going there today. We going there. I promise you. I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started. We going in today. And so many of us, we're so fucked up. We're so fucking damaged. We're so fucking broken. We don't realize how damaged and how fucked up we really are. We look good, we act like we good because we don't realize that we've been dealing with this shit for the longest. We've been carrying this pain and this trauma for fucking years, and we've become experts at masking our fucking pain. We've become experts at putting on a good face. We've become experts at cleaning up, looking like we ain't been through shit, talking like we ain't been through shit. We're going there today. We're going there. And so many of us, we're great at yeah. We're great at deflecting. What I'm saying, we're great at switching the fucking subject. We're great at changing the fucking narrative. Oh, no. We're not going to talk about my bullshit. Let's talk about Raggedy Donald Trump. No. We ain't going to talk about my fucking pain. Let's talk about the shit Jay-Z going through. Let's talk about the shit that Kanye, whatever the fucking dude's name is, Kanye West is going through. Oh, no, we're not going to talk about my shit. Let's talk about this motherfucker over here. Well, at least I'm not as bad as these motherfuckers. And that's what made Jerry Springer and all those other raggedy ass reality shows like his popular. Because we got off on looking at other people's shit. We got off and looking at how raggedy and fucked up other people were. And so what we did was, man, at least I'm not like these motherfuckers. I never air my bullshit out on fucking TV. Oh, these motherfuckers off the hook. Da, 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 and we're looking at their fucking brokenness and we're looking at their fucking shit. And we're laughing and eating it up. Because it makes us feel good. Because it's a great deflection. Oh, we're going there today. We're going there today, man. It is what it is, and it's going to be what it's going to be. We have to grow the fuck up. We have to grow the fuck up. People don't do anything to make you mad. People do things that remind you that you're already mad. You just don't realize that you're mad. You just don't understand that you're fucking broken and mad and frustrated and angry because you've been distracted. Your crystals have distracted you. Your tarot and your oracle cards have distracted you. Your book has distracted you. Your phone, your television has distracted you. Social media and all the bullshit has distracted you from the fact that you're already mad. All these things have distracted you from the fact that you're already bitter and angry and frustrated. And then when you see these things happen in your life, it's just a reminder. It's a fucking slap in the face of reality. But we flip the narrative. And we become fucking victims and we blame these people for making us mad. We blame these people for why we feel insecure. No, motherfucker, your ass was already insecure. Your ass was already mad. They just reminded you. Don't get mad at them. They just shined the light on your hurt. They just shined the light on your brokenness. They just shined the light on your insecurity. They just shined the light on your frustration and your bitterness, your anger, your hatred, your jealousy. But you want to play the victim because I'm so happy and I'm so caring and loving. Da, 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 da. And I don't know why they treat me this way. And I'm just a beacon of hope and love and light. And these people just keep pissing me off. And I don't know why they're pissing me off. Because you're already pissed off. Because you're already angry. And they're trying to show you that you're angry. But you don't want to see it because you live in an illusioned world of, man, everything is just so great and I'm so peaceful and just bliss and just, and all this other bullshit. And they're giving you a fucking reality check. And they're letting you know that you got to grow the fuck up still. And I don't give a fuck how long you've been meditating. I don't give a fuck how long you've been in this world, this reality, or your reality of, man, I'm just so dumb. I've been on this journey for 15 years and I'm da 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 da, and I'm a life coach and I'm a mentor and I got such and such amount of followers and da 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 da. And oh, you still got to grow the fuck up. You still got to fucking heal. You still got brokenness. You still got trauma that you haven't dealt with. I don't give a fuck how many millions of people follow you. I don't give a fuck how big your fucking platform is. I don't give a damn how great your oratory skills are. You're still fucked up. You're still damaged. You can fake the funk all you want to when the lights are on. But the truth is, when you're alone, you know the real. And that's why so many of us is terrified. We are terrified of being alone. Because you can't hide from yourself. You can hide from the world. You can fake the funk with the world. You can fake the funk with your platform. You could get on social media and put up all these great memes of how loving and caring and nurturing you are. But if you was to have a real heart-to-heart conversation with yourself, you would also realize how broken you are. You'd also realize how hurt you are. You'd also realize how damaged you are. And that's the great thing with life. You hear me talk a lot about yin yang. You can see my tap right here. You could be as much light as you want to when the lights are on, when the camera's running, when you're in public. But there's a dark side to you too. And it's called your subconscious thoughts. And if you don't learn how to dive deep into your subconscious thoughts and face the truth of how hurt you are, how damaged you are, how frustrated you are, how mad you are, how insecure you really are, if you don't learn to deal with that shit, you'll never reach your full potential. You'll never be all that you're capable of being. And I don't give a fuck how big your platform is. I don't give a fuck how many followers you have. You will never reach your motherfucking potential. We have to grow up. We have to understand that as long as you're breathing, as long as you're walking this motherfucking planet, there's a reason for it. And that reason is you haven't reached your pinnacle. You haven't reached your full potential. There's some shit you still got to deal with. There's some shit you still have to resolve. There's some shit you still have to heal. I'm a life coach. I'm a mentor. I've helped people in South Africa and Europe, Australia, so many different fucking continents, so many different countries. And yet, there's things in my heart, in my mind, that I haven't healed from. There's things that I haven't resolved yet. And anybody that tells you that they've healed all of their shit is a motherfucking liar. They've deceived themselves. I don't give a fuck how great their preaching ability is. I don't give a fuck how great their teaching ability is. They're a liar. No one walking this motherfucking planet has healed from everything they've gone through. No one walking this planet has resolved all of their trauma. No one. We all have shit we have to work on. We all have shit that we have to understand about ourselves. And that's the beauty of life. Because if I have shit that I gotta fix, if I have shit that I haven't resolved, then I can't judge you because you haven't fixed all your shit. I can't look down on you because you have some baggage. Because if the truth be told, I have baggage too. If the truth be told, I have undealt with shit too. So how can we look down on each other? How can we judge each other for not being perfect when ain't none of us perfect? It's easy for us to look down on Donald Trump And I'm not a Donald Trump fan, supporter. I don't give a fuck what happens with him. I don't give a fuck about politics. But Donald Trump has his flaws, just like you. Don't get all fucking arrogant and narcissistic and self-righteous and think that you're better than Donald Trump. Because if the truth be told, if we shine the light on your ass, you got some fucked up ways. If we shine the light on your ass, you've done some fucked up things. You have some fucked up thoughts. And it's easy for self-righteous, ignorant motherfuckers to start pointing their fingers at everybody else. Well, I'm not as bad as that rapist. I'm not as bad as that child molester. I'm not as bad as that drug addict. I'm not as bad as that. It don't matter the fucking issue. The Bible says sin is sin. It's us ignorant motherfuckers that want to put levels to sin. Sin is just missing the mark. It's an archery term. You pull back the bow and arrow and you miss the bullseye. You miss the mark. That's all sin is. I just missed the mark. And every day you don't deal with your shit, you miss the mark. Every day you look at somebody that's pissing you off, that's fucking your peace up and fucking up your joy and your happiness, you miss the mark. You're missing the mark. You're sinning. Every day you look down on somebody, you miss the mark. We have to grow up. We have to grow up. And we have to understand that, man, there's people in kindergarten. There's people in 5th grade. There's people in 8th grade. There's people in 12th grade. There's people in college. There's levels to growth and development. There's levels. We're all at different levels. It doesn't make you better. It just means you've been doing it a little longer. You just put in a little more work. You still have to do your work. You still got to grow. You still have to heal. The thing is, can you be a beacon of hope, a beacon of love, a breath of fresh air to the world while you deal with your shit? While you become transparent in front of the world. I'm not perfect. I'm flawed. Just like every other motherfucker walking the planet. There's some people that have millions and billions of dollars. And they have nice suits, nice clothes. And we look at them as, man, they got their shit together. And if the truth be told, they have their financial shit together. But it don't mean they ain't got no emotional baggage. It don't mean that they're not fucked up mentally. It don't mean that they're not fucked up spiritually. They got some shit they got to deal with. T.D. Jakes, Creflo Dollar, Benny Hinn, and all these other preachers. They may have millions of dollars, millions of followers, but don't think for 1 second that they got this shit figured out. Don't think for 1 second that, man, they're perfect. Don't think for 1 second that they don't have shit that they got to deal with. They've helped people all over the fucking world. And they're still hurt. They're still damaged. They're just at different levels of their healing. And see, here's the trick with growth and development. You may heal in this one aspect, this one area of your life. And it's great that you've grown and you're healing that area. And now you feel like you're on top of the world because you're healed. You're not healed. You just fixed that one area of your life. And as soon as you heal that one area of your life, God gives you a reprieve. Okay, good job. I'm proud of you. Well done, my good and faithful servant. Man, you've done great. I'm proud of you. Look at all the work you put in for the woo-doo-doo. And he lets you sit there and bask in it for a moment. He lets you sit there and enjoy the graduation. And then maybe a few months later, maybe a year later, maybe a couple days later, somebody does something and it pisses you off. Somebody does something and it bothers you. You see something and it pricks your heart. Why? You've been triggered. You've been triggered because God is now saying, okay, resting time is over. That peace is over. Now it's time to dive deep. You sat back in the comfort of your money. You sat back in the comfort of your peace and your joy and your enlightenment. Now it's time to dive deep in this area. Now it's time to get your fucking heart broke again. Now it's time for you to hit rock bottom again. Now it's time for you to be betrayed again. Why? Because you have to dive deep in that area. And then you'll grow and heal from that. And you'll think, man, I've done it. You know what I mean? Man, I graduated. And you sit there smiling and just basking in, man, look how far I've come. And the angels will clap and your spiritual guides clap. Your ancestors are cheering you on and they're happy for you. And then the cycle will continue again. You have to cry. You have to be brokenhearted. You have to dive deep again and heal another area of your brokenness, another area of your trauma. See, because God will never put more on you than you can handle at a time. So he doesn't allow you to understand how broken and how damaged you really are because you couldn't handle it. So he does it in stages. He does it in pieces, step by step, one thing at a time. Man, we have to grow up and we have to remember that people don't really do anything to make us mad. They do things to remind us that we're already mad. We're already traumatized. We're already hurt. We're already insecure, and bitter, and angry. We have to grow up. This is the journey of understanding who we are. This is the understanding, the lifelong understanding, the lifelong journey of discovering who we are and why we are the way we are. Man, I love you guys. I thank you for being with me in this journey. Happy healing.